Welcome everyone to this fire ceremony and guided meditation. Today we're going to be covering the topic of self-love. I see new faces today and some regulars. So just to let you know what we're going to do today, we are going to do a journaling exercise to start with, some self-reflection, very easy. So if you have pen and paper handy, much better. I'm going to lead a guided visualization. Very beautiful one. Your job is just to relax, follow the instructions and enjoy. And then we're going to be doing a fire ceremony, shamanic style. So don't think this is going to be something fancy or very complicated. Literally all you need is a candle. I'm going to be using this one today, Himalayan salt lamp with the candle here. Is very relaxing and it has very beautiful energy. And I would recommend you have some sort of plate or somewhere where you can put whatever you're going to burn, your pieces of paper, whatever that is. So, and yeah, just a toothpick or a small piece of paper that you can burn in the candle, and you can leave burning here, so you don't get burned, and please, safety first. So very easy but very powerful. So self-love is the topic for today. Let's start with a very quick question. Think about the person or the people you love the most in the world. So that might be your partner, it might be your parents, your kids, whoever that is. And let me ask you, in a scale of 0 to 10, how much do you love them today? And I'm sure you said 9, 10, 20, 30, so much, right? Right. So now think about yourself. And let me ask you the same question. How much do you love yourself today? And I'm sure the number was very, very different. I'm sure it was much lower, wasn't it? Maybe not. Maybe you're feeling great and loving yourself today. If that's the case, well done. But if that is not the case, if the number was much lower, this can create so many problems. And it can make us struggle so much. And sometimes we face situations when we think, I can't find a partner that loves me. They don't treat me well. They don't value me at work. They don't respect me. They don't appreciate what I do. And the question is not if they love yourself or if they treat you well or if they respect you. The question is, do you love yourself? Do you value yourself? Do you respect yourself? Because if you don't, then that's what you're going to be projecting. And that's how other people are going to treat you. And this makes sense. It's like if you want to listen to a radio station, you need to match the frequency, right? You have to get the right number to make sure you're listening to the radio station you want to listen to. And if you have a different one, then you might be listening to a different one and you might not like the songs you hear. And this is exactly the same. If you want to attract people who love you, who respect you, who treat you well, who appreciate you, you need to become love first. You need to match that frequency first. You need to have that inner resonance, because our inner state is what we attract. And the reality we experience is only a manifestation or a representation of our inner state. If we are not in harmony, we are not going to experience harmonious events because we're not in resonance. So that's not what we're going to attract. And you see, I'm sure you know someone who's always complaining and everything happens to them. Oh my God, has such bad luck, and bad things keep happening to them because they're stuck in that frequency, in that energy. And other people who are like always in gratitude, sharing love, and everything seems to flow for them. You think, how do they do it? How do they do it, right? And of course, every case is different and we cannot generalize, but it is a rule that applies to everyone. Whatever your inner state is what you're gonna manifest and what you're gonna experience. So I'm gonna share a few questions and I want to share my screen for that, so you have the questions handy. I'm going to give a few minutes for this, but write down the questions if you want, if you would like to take them for later when you have more time, and if you want to go deeper. Right, bear with me while I share my screen, please, because technology is not my thing. Right, okay, so what 3 things do I love about myself? What 3 things don't I love so much about myself? Don't be too harsh on yourselves. Can I accept and love myself even when I'm not at my best? And this is why I'm bringing the second question, things I don't love about myself, not so we can be even more harsh on ourselves, but just to know that love should be unconditional. If not, it's not true love. And it's very easy to love ourselves when we've done something good, right? When you've been very efficient at work, and I don't know, or you've improved something, you've changed something, you've started a new habit, you know, something. It's easy to feel proud of yourself when you're like, yeah, I'm on it. I woke up early this morning and I meditated and I started this healthy diet and I smashed it at work. It's relatively easy to love yourself when things go well. But what happens in the bad days? Do you still love yourself? And this is the key, because this is when we need self-love the most. Having a bad day or having things that we don't love that much about ourselves doesn't mean that there's something wrong, doesn't mean that we should like go really hard and criticize ourselves. Is when we need love the most. That's something that we might want to change, we might want to improve. Sure, we're always growing. This is a never-ending growing and learning journey, right? But we still deserve love, even when we are not at our best. And this is a key message that I want to send out today. Even in the bad days, you deserve to be loved. Now, how can I show more unconditional love to myself? How can I treat myself better? And by treat myself better, a lot of people think that self-love or self-care is about going to spa or going to the hairdresser or things like that. Sure, if that makes you happy, why not? Like, of course. But it's more about the decisions you make. It's about, are you respecting yourself? Are you doing things that are in your highest interest? And yeah, sure, maybe having a bath is what you need to finish a hard day at work and to feel relaxed and to come back to balance. Perfect. So, but it doesn't need to be something fancy. Sometimes it's just about how we speak to ourselves, right? We can be so harsh on ourselves. And I want you to think, how would you speak to a child when they have a bad day? Imagine a little kid and they've had a terrible day at school and they come and tell you, oh my God, I feel so bad. I'm terrible. I'm so bad at maths. I suck at this. I'm never going to achieve anything. What would you say to them? Would you say, yeah, sure, you're always getting it wrong. Always getting it wrong. Like we say to ourselves? No, you would treat them with love and you would say, well, it's okay. We all have a bad day. Maybe that's not your thing. It's okay. I'm sure you're very good at other things. You would show them love. You would be understanding. You would show support, right? And that's what we need to do to ourselves, although we often forget. And the last question is, what is stopping me from loving myself? Is there anything, any blockages, any beliefs, any ideas, any inner messages that stop me from loving myself? So I'm going to give just a few minutes so you can guys do some self-reflection. If you have any questions, please share them in the chat or unmute yourselves. And whatever comes up during this exercise, especially the last question, what is stopping me from loving myself? We're going to take that to the fire ceremony. We're going to burn that in the fire, and we're going to ask the fire to help us with that, to transform that, and for that to be released. Okay, guys. So we're going to move on to the guided visualization. The visualization we're going to do today is inspiring Theta Healing. It's a discipline I studied that helps us connect with the subconscious mind. So it's really great for changing programs, beliefs, etc., etc. So it's gonna take us into a very deep state of relaxation, where we can release many of these programs and beliefs and just blockages that might holding us back. The one we're going to do today, what we are going to do is we are going to send love to ourselves as babies in the womb, in our mother's womb. And we're going to do this today because when it comes to self-love, we need to send a message to the inner child that the inner child is loved, taken care of, that is safe. And sometimes what happens is that during pregnancy it's a hard time, it's a stressful time, and maybe our mothers felt a bit stressed. Maybe they felt that they couldn't rely on their partners that much. Maybe there were other events going on in their lives, you know, and all that goes to the baby, goes through the placenta barrier, you know, and we can hold toxins, emotions, stress. We can hold that from when we are a baby, and that's very, very difficult, if not impossible, to be aware of in a normal therapy session, right? How are we going to remember that? But it doesn't mean that it's not there. So what we're going to do is we're going to send a lot of love to the baby in the womb, and also I'm going to be saying some affirmations that you can download. You just need to say yes and relax and receive them. I will give instructions, don't worry. So for now, make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. You can sit down or lie down, whatever is comfortable for you. Maybe turn off the notifications if you have your phone handy, so you know that you're not going to be disturbed, that you're not going to be interrupted. That you can just take your time for yourself. And this is an act of self-love. I'm going to be sharing my screen again with a nice background so there are no distractions. And just start breathing deeply and slowly. Taking deeper and longer inhalations and exhalations. Coming to the present moment. Letting go of any thoughts that might appear. It's okay if you have any thoughts, just don't engage with them. Just bring your awareness back to your breathing and see them going like clouds in the sky. And bring your awareness to your heart, to this beautiful energy center. Feeling how it expands with each breath. And now visualize beautiful white light, pure energy coming up from the center of the earth to the bottom of your feet, like roots of white light, like you are connected to the earth with these beautiful cords of light, of white light. And the earth is sending all her energy through your feet, up through your legs. Really feeling this connection and feeling how this energy keeps going up, opening and cleansing each and every one of your chakras, these 7 energy centers that we have along our spine. From the base of the spine, the lower abdomen, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye between your eyebrows, and all the way to the crown chakra or the top of your head. And this energy that is coming from the center of the earth forms a beautiful bubble of energy at the top of your head. And you get in this ball of light. And now imagine you start going up higher, 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 and higher through the ceiling, the roof of the building you're in, past the clouds, the galaxy, going up through all different layers of the universe, until you get to a place where everything is pure white light. The energy here is of unconditional love. Here, everything is perfect. Everything is possible. And feel this tingling energy going through your body, as if you could no longer feel the separation between your own body and this energy. Just enjoy this experience of merging with this pure divine light. And now visualize yourself as a baby in your mother's womb. And feel how a torrent of unconditional love showers your mom and you as a baby. And you start absorbing this beautiful healing energy. Feeling how all the stress, toxins, negative emotions, traumatic experiences, any negative events you might have had or that you might have experienced in her womb are being washed away. Anything that is not in your highest interest, that might still linger in your energy field, all that is cleared now. Visualize that white light clearing that away. And visualize how you keep growing in her womb and you're surrounded by this love and healing energy. And you're growing very healthy, pure, connected with your divine essence. And now you're ready to be born. You are being born. And hold that baby in your arms. Hug her or him. Give her all your love. Tell her how loved she is. How she will be taken care of. And that you will always be here for her or him. Tell her she's a being of light. That she deserves all the happiness and success in the world. Is there anything else you would like to tell her? You can take a moment now to do so. And now hug your mom and yourself as a baby, seeing how the three of you merge in the most beautiful embrace. Feel a torrent of white healing light showering the three of you. And now it's time to give that beautiful baby back to your mom. Is there anything you would like to say to your mom? Is there anything she wants to say to you? And know that whatever comes up is okay, and you are in a safe space here. Just be aware of any emotions that might arise, but don't engage with them. Don't engage with the story. Just be aware of them. And let go of any tension with a deep breath. Feeling the harmony and the balance that comes from this healing energy. And now it's time to say goodbye to mom and yourself as a baby. And while we are in this state of relaxation, I'm going to give a command to download some empowering beliefs in ourselves. So if you resonate with them and you want to receive them, say yes after each one, mentally or out loud, either is fine. And visualize how each and every one of these beliefs, or the ones you say yes to, like a spark of light, coming deep to your subconscious. And just be ready to receive whatever you feel ready to receive. Would you like to know the universe's highest understanding of what unconditional love is? If you would like that, say yes and see it how it unloads as a spark of light. That you are loved, worthy of love, and that you deserve the most joyful experience on earth. That it is safe for you to be loved. That you know how to receive love and you're already doing it. That you know how to give love while respecting yourself. That it's healthy to set boundaries and you already know how to do it. That it is healthy and safe for you to say no to whatever is not in your highest interest. Would you like to know what it is and what it feels like to live without having to please others or meet other people's expectations? Or you're going to ask these beliefs are downloaded or installed as sparks of lights in the best and highest way. And now let's show you what it feels like to live a life full of confidence, empowerment, success, love, joy, financial abundance, and manifesting your highest destiny without that baggage holding you down. And if there's anything holding us down, we're going to remove that. We're going to ask that all limiting beliefs, programs, any cords, attachments, any other energies that are not in your highest interest be released and cleared from your energy field in the best and highest way. And just visualize how all these blockages are all going. Maybe you feel them somewhere in your body. Maybe you feel how they're going. Just send them to the white light so they can be transformed to unconditional love. Now we're going back to the place of that tingling white energy. And feel how a shower of pure white light washes away any energies that are not in your highest interest. Any residual energies that might be left, just visualize them going. Anything that might have come up for you today. Anything old, no matter how old, it's all going away, all being washed and cleared. And let's take a deep breath to integrate this work, these downloads, this cleansing energy. Exhaling through the mouth a couple of times. And we're going to start coming back down in that bubble of light through all the layers of the universe that we saw before, down through the clouds, through the roof of your building, through the ceiling, back to the top of your head. Feeling the connection with the body, bringing the awareness more to the physical body now. And again, feeling that connection with the energy of the center of the earth. Again, feeling those roots of white light. feeling grounded, connected with the earth, in harmony. And take an invigorating breath, energizing breath, deep breath, and start coming back to the present moment, to the room you're in, to this workshop, to the physical body. Maybe start moving your feet, your toes, your fingers slowly. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and meet me back in the screen. How's everyone doing? Just checking the chat to see if there are any messages. Right, so guys, I know this visualization can be intense, it's very deep, maybe some emotions, something might have come up for you, that's perfectly fine. So maybe let's give a couple of minutes so you can write this down if you want. And we're gonna bring this to the fire ceremony. So whatever came up in the journaling exercise at the beginning, whatever came up in this meditation, any emotions, any feelings, any thoughts, any ideas, any sensations, whatever it was for you, any messages for yourself or between you and your mom, anything that you feel that needs to be released, write that down, and we're going to transform it. We're going to release it in the fire ceremony that we're going to do in a minute. Some messages, lovely meditation, beautiful, I needed this. Thank you guys, it's my absolute pleasure. I'm glad you liked it. Right. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the fire ceremony, which is gonna be also about self-love. So first of all, before we start, we're gonna be opening sacred space. The shamanic fire ceremony that we're going to do is inspired in the shamans in the Andes. This is a discipline that I also studied, and they use the fire for pretty much everything. They've been doing fire ceremonies for thousands of years. Fire represents rapid transformation. It can bring something to ashes in a few seconds. It's so, so powerful. So we're going to use the power of the fire to help us release and let go of anything that is ready, that is no longer serving us and that is ready to be released. So we're going to open sacred space by summoning all the forces in nature and the different archetypes, so we can create a beautiful bubble of safe space, a space of harmony and balance. So what I'm going to ask you to do is you put your hands in front of you. So the left one facing up. I don't know if you can see me as a mirror, but left one facing up, right hand facing down. And now close your eyes, and I want you to visualize and feel that there's someone next to you, that we are creating a virtual circle, that we are gathering around the virtual fire. So you're going to have someone's right hand on your left hand, and your right hand is going to be supported on someone's left hand. This is a bit of a tongue twister. I don't know if I got it right, but you know what I mean. So just feel the energy of the group. It doesn't matter if you're watching the recording, you're also included in this group. So it's not only the people who are here live, it's everyone who's watching the recording, doesn't matter when. We're all around this virtual fire together. And in the medicine wheel of the Karo shamans, we start in the south direction. And the south direction is represented by the serpent. And the serpent represents the power of letting go, shedding the skin, shedding what is no longer serving us. So we're going to summon the power of the serpent, so we can release any blockages that are stopping us from showing love to ourselves. Any old stories that we might be holding on to, we want to let go. We want to release that, so we can live a life full of love and be loved by ourselves and others. In the West, we have the Jaguar that represents courage, fearlessness. So we want to have the courage to go deep within ourselves, so we can find our greatest treasure, so we can heal our deepest wounds. But that allows us to find our virtues, the best treasures. So we want to have that courage with us to let go of what's no longer serving us, to become aware of it, to go deep. Moving on to the north, we have the hummingbird, which represents purpose, life purpose. The hummingbird is this tiny bird that flies from Brazil to Canada every year, without questioning if it's maybe too small for the journey, if it will make it, if it will have enough food. No, it's its purpose, and it just follows the call. So we want to have the courage to follow our purpose, to follow our path. And in the east, we have the eagle. The eagle flies really, really high in the sky, so it has great perspective. You can see things with perspective. You can see the small details, but also the big picture. And sometimes we get stuck in the details, we get caught in the details, and we forget about the big picture. So we want to have that. We want the eagle to help us to not lose perspective. And these are the 4 directions, but we also have Mother Earth. That's a beautiful element, giving us her nurturing, beautiful healing energy. And we're going to thank her for everything she gives us. And we might want to say sorry if we hurt her sometimes, or the damage we cause, knowing that we always be embraced by her energy. Loving energy, so relevant to our topic today of self-love. And finally, we have the sky, the heavens, the cosmic energy. They call it the Great Spirit, but whatever word you want to use, the divine, God, source, the field, whatever works for you. But we want to connect with that sense of oneness, to know that we are all one. We are all one, we are all connected, and love is always the answer. If we share love, if we give love, we receive love. If we are love, we receive love. And now you can open your eyes, and I want you to grab whatever piece of paper or toothpicks, whatever you chose. And again, maybe you want to have another think about what you want to release. I'm lighting up my candle now, big lighter. Here, looks like I'm starting up a big fire, but no, it's just this candle. Right. And just take your time here. One of the things I like to do is, for example, if you're writing down something on a Post-it or piece of paper, don't just do it from the logical mind, but whatever comes up. And also really release that energy. You can do that by blowing onto the piece of paper or the toothpick, right? So whatever came up in the journaling exercise or during the visualization, or maybe you had something before, something is coming to mind now, whatever that is, really connect with that energy, even where you feel it in your body, right? Where is it? And that's going to help us release any tension and put all the energy here. So when we burn it in the fire, that's going to be transformed. And also you can set intentions, making the most of the waxing moon starting today. Well, it's been for a couple of days, but it doesn't matter if you're watching the video another time. If you feel more like releasing, just go for it. If you feel like setting intentions, like what we were talking about in the beginning, how can I love myself more? How can I show more unconditional love to myself? What we were saying about speaking to yourself like you would to a child, with that loving, caring, understanding, nurturing voice. Do we do that to ourselves? And just maybe ask the universe or the elements, whatever you resonate with, to help you, to give you guidance. Maybe you're stuck with something that is stopping you from moving on, and you just don't know how to go about it. You can also set an intention to get guidance, to get signs, to get help, and then pay attention to the synchronicities. And just see how it is transformed, right? The papers, the toothpicks, whatever it is. I'm going to leave it on the plate so I don't burn the house down. And just take your time, just really connecting with it. If you have any questions or you want to share any thoughts, any comments, you're welcome to by unmuting yourselves or saying something in the chat, whatever you prefer. Okay, guys, so we're going to wrap up here. You can continue after the workshop if you feel like, maybe send a prayer or do a bit of more reflection, a bit more meditation, whatever resonates with you, or just go to bed. Whatever resonates with you. Not for the people in the US, I guess, that's too early. You still have the day ahead of you, so don't get too comfortable. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for joining me. I want to share a few links with you, because after these ceremonies, people ask me, so when is the next one? What if I want to go deeper? What else do you do? Where can I find you? All these sorts of things. So I'm gonna share 3 links with you in the chat, in case you're interested, because some people ask me if I do one-on-one sessions. Yes, I do. And I combine a mix of counseling and coaching, which is what I originally started with. And that's great to gain awareness and to understand, right, the patterns, our stories that we are stacking, what's not working, what needs to improve. And at the end of the day, it's normally about either some beliefs or programming or some energetic blocks that might be stored in the energy field. And that's what creates all the patterns, and it can even manifest in symptoms. So, oh, apparently I sent the link only to Nancy, replying to just to her. Thank you for letting me know, because I'll be right now. Everyone should have received it. Perfect. So that combined with Theta Healing, another discipline, that's the visualization we did. So a lot of my sessions happen after leading a short meditation, so we can be in that meditative state with access to the subconscious, and from there we can change all those beliefs, all those programs. And the shamanic energy healing is so powerful to release energetic blocks for trauma, negative experiences, removing any type of blockages, anything that might be holding you back, to bring back those parts of yourselves, the innocent, the joyful, the trusting, the creative part of yourself that maybe decided to run away after a traumatic experience. Or a painful event. It's happened to all of us, right? So we can clear that very powerfully, energetically, instead of just getting stuck in talking about the story again and again and again. So yeah, if that resonates with you, let me know. I also have an online course. It's called Awaken Your Inner Power, the Feminine Way. It has lots of videos, workbooks, and guided visualizations, more like shamanic journeying, very beautiful ones, recorded with beautiful music in the background. That's the second link I share. And again, it has lots of tools, the ones that I found most powerful for my clients for deep healing, releasing blocks, and moving on and start manifesting what we want to attract. And if you're in my list, you will receive when the next free fire ceremony is. If not, you can sign up in the third link, so you know when my latest videos come up. I share a lot of content and to be updated of these free events, so you can join whenever you are called to. So thank you so much, guys, for being here with me today. Thank you for all the ones who will be watching the recording. And if you have any questions, just go check my website, send me an email. I'm always happy to hear from you. Any ideas, any topics you would like me to cover, please let me know. I'm here to serve you guys, so I'm all ears. Okay, so have a lovely evening or day, depending on where you're based, and we'll see you hopefully very, very soon. Bye.